This video was made possible through the EA Game Changers program, so big thank you to EA for allowing me to have early access hands-on with the brand new expansion pack Eco Lifestyle for The Sims 4. I am back and today we are going to be focusing on Creator Sim. I have already spoken about the aspirations, of which we get 2 and we also get 4 traits, but I went into depth with those in my gameplay video, so if you want to know more information about those, definitely go check out my gameplay video. And of course, as usual, we are starting off with the ladies here in Creator Sim because they have the most content, of course. So for feminine tagged hairstyles, we actually have 12 hairs, all of which are really nice. I'm gonna say it now, I like every single one of these hairstyles. We've already seen the He-Man shaped bob, which kind of has these like curl ups. We have a fair few plaits in this, and then we also got some more space buns with some bangs. I feel like we've had space buns a lot recently. This is just kind of a relaxed updo with, they look like chopsticks. I don't know what those things are called, like the grips that you put in a bun. This one I think is meant to resemble feathers. I know some people have been a little bit confused by this hairstyle, but I'm fairly sure those are meant to be feathers. If that is incorrect, please do not hesitate to correct me on that one. I'm usually really bad at referencing things in these types of videos. I love these chunky plaits. They look like they kind of have a lot of texture, like they stick out from the head a lot. We have this little tied up bun and some shaved sides, which is quite nice to see for the ladies. You can obviously apply a lot of these to the guys as well. I think this is my favorite hair in the pack. I just absolutely love how it looks. The short backs and sides, usually I'm not a fan of short back and sides, but that hairstyle, I love it. This one I actually used on a male sim as well. The ringlets are really nice, pretty wavy hair, and again, just kind of a relaxed updo. You can definitely tell that they took kind of a hippie inspiration, just like throw your hair up, get it out of your face whilst you're working on your candle making or your gardening. I love this short one. I love all of them. I don't know what you want me to say. I just really like the hairstyles. This one's a little funky. It kind of flies out a bit and looks a bit I don't know what the word is, but kind of stiff. And then the texture on this one, again, I really like. I think they did this hair definite justice, and you will see some townies wearing this around in the new world. Just really nice. So I gave my sim this short hair because it's my favorite, and then when you load up your game, you will actually only have 2 hats. You'll have kind of this, I think it's a paperboy hat, that's what I want to call it, so I'm gonna call it that. I'm not a fan of this. I do not like it. I think that bit on the left hand side is just, I don't know why it's there. Like, it looks like it's slouching off the Sim's head, and I would have just preferred it to be symmetrical. And then you also get the paper bags. So obviously, once that action plan is enabled in your neighborhood, these are in the game and your Sims can wear them. I do not like this hard hat. This is an unlockable. This comes from the green technician career, I'm fairly sure. I just hate how it sits on the Sim's head. I think it looks far too large, and it's just, it looks ridiculous to me. There's a fair bit of jewelry in this pack, and I am pleased to say all of it looks really nice. So obviously in Discover University, we got eyebrows rings for the first time. Well, eyebrow studs. Now we have the rings. So you obviously get both the left and the right. You get some plain ones, and then you also get these ones with like ball points on. I don't know what you call those types of piercings, but basically they have more of a texture and they kind of screw on. Are they screws? Are they balls? You can tell I don't have any piercings in real life. And the same goes for noses. So we got studs in Discover University. Now Eco Lifestyle adds nose rings. You can have these applied to both sides, and there is of course a septum ring. I would have loved to see a rose gold. They kind of like have silver gold and then this like browny bronze color, which looks more black. I really would have loved to see like a pinkish gold. That would have been quite nice. And then we got these recycled, upcycled earrings. They look handmade. These look like earrings that you could buy on Etsy, and they're handmade from someone. And then we have plugs, finally! Some official plugs for our Sims. These actually look really good. I think these look good on most ear sizes as well. So even if you drag your Sims ears out to like the largest that they can go, I still feel as if they fit on that Sim's ears, which is really, really nice. Obviously, there's been custom content ones of these in the past, which have looked incredible, but it's nice to have an official version that also matches Maxis's art style. So I am a big fan that we finally have these. And then we have these glasses, which are like some of my favorites. The tiny living glasses and these glasses are so nice. I love every single color of these. I love the frame. I am a glasses nerd myself. I absolutely love glasses. I think they're such a fashion statement. And these ones are really nice. Then there's some unlockable jewelry as well. So I think there's a bracelet you can unlock. I'm fairly sure there are two necklaces. One's kind of this gold. It looks like it's been made with like a wiring, like a gold wire, and it's in a flower neck piece. And then there's also a little succulent one, and there are little succulent earrings and then gold wire flowers that also match the necklace. I know a couple of people were expecting tattoos. I was actually expecting some tattoos in this pack, especially after getting smaller ones with uni, but unfortunately no new tattoos for either gender in this pack. And then there are actually 5 styled outfits, so you're getting a cheeky sneak peek into some of the clothing items that comes. I think number 3, this one right here, the autumn news one, even though I have a dislike of that hat, I think with the outfit it definitely pulls it together a bit more. And number 5 are my favorites. I know this denim skirt jeans combo has had a lot of talk online. You can't tell me that you weren't a 90s kid and you never wanted to wear something like that, because I know we all did. Everyone did it on red carpets. It was like wearing jeans under dresses. I did that for so long. Onto the actual items of clothing though, I'm gonna give you guys a quick run through of everything that we got numbers wise for the girls. So we actually got 20 tops, which is kind of crazy. That seems like a lot of tops to me. I don't know, I feel quite spoiled after this pack. We got 15 bottoms, 6 full body outfits, 1 bracelet, and then another bracelet which is actually unlockable through the maker career, the freelancer career, and 4 shoes. So the style, I would say there's some cozy items, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sick of cozy items, and I know that we'll be getting even more this year in knitting stuff, and I just want it to be put away for a bit. I feel like Seasons was very cozy. I feel like Tiny Living and University were very cozy. I am fine with cozy being pushed to the back of the Sims 4 closet for a while. I felt that way about transparent clothes. Now I feel that same way about cozy jumpers, although I'll always take a cheeky turtleneck. I don't know what it is. I love turtlenecks. So you'll see a lot of like reclaimed denim that looks like it's been modified. They've added frills here and there. You'll also see a lot of what seems to be recycled materials, a lot of patches to cover up holes. I was expecting this to be a little bit more nitty gritty and like a bit dusted up, but the clothing style, there's a lot of different styles. I feel like you have this kind of eco warrior vibe, like very tough, a lot of neutral, warm, earthy tones, and then you have a more like I said, vintage-y denim. I would have loved to see more vintage clothes. I feel like that was one area that this team could have really focused on in this pack, and it kind of falls flat for me. There isn't really a lot of clothes that scream vintage to me, because obviously that's very renewable, like recycling clothes, not buying as much, making sure that you are taking care of the environment through buying old clothes so they're not going into landfill. I love this jumper. I think this is one of my favorites. Even though I just said I was over the coziness, I do like the kind of design on this one. I love the print on it. I also love how it looks like two different jumpers stitched together. I'm not a big fan of this kind of stuff though. I don't even know what you would call this material. I know it's probably not plastic because that wouldn't fit in with this pack, but it's kind of got this industrial vibe to it, which I mean makes sense considering there is a part of this town that is industrial. It's more that eco-warrior type stuff. I don't even know what material those things are made out of though. They look like safety, they look like material from safety clothes, like Hi-Vis Jackets. This is a personal favorite of mine. I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's because the cut is so different. Like, we've never had a short sleeve garment that looks like that, so that's really nice. This hoodie right here, I'm disappointed that this isn't also applicable for the males. You can put it on your male Sims, it's just obviously with the Sims 4 and how those clothes are transferred to the males, sometimes the cut can look a bit funky. And then you also start to see a hint of clothing like this, which looks a bit more airy, kind of made from light materials such as linen. Still good for the environment, I feel like, and more for your like gardening type Sims. The Sims who are gonna go to those community gardens and want to look the part. So I'm feeling like a hippie vibe from a lot of this stuff, and like you can see as I zoom in on this, it looks more of like a linen-y material, kind of like a, I don't even know. I don't know why I tried to talk about materials because I am the worst. I literally sent out a tweet before recording this video, like I feel like The Sims has made me pay more attention to fashion, but I'm also really terrible at talking about cuts and what kind of materials are used. So I'm fashion conscious because of The Sims, but also I'm still not the best at getting like cultural references or materials that are used. But this is what I'm talking about, like kind of more natural looking clothes, definitely looser fits. I love this style. I kind of wish they had leaned into this and the vintage a bit more, but that's just my personal preference. And then there are some clothes that do look a bit run down, but there's not a lot. I would say most of this you can get away with wearing outside of this pack, which is nice. I know that that diversity and like being able to use these outside of the pack that they were made for is pretty darn important when it comes to create a sim. So I do feel like the team kind of got the split right. Maybe that's why they didn't go for a more vintage theme, because they didn't want it to look like no one cared about their appearance, even though vintage is cool now. Let's be real. I mean, if you shop in vintage shops, you're cool with me. So for the bottoms, like I said, we got 15, we got a couple of shirts, we got some hanging dungas, which is actually how I like to wear my dungarees as well. I do have a gripe about dungas, which I will get into at some point, probably when I show off the male dungarees, because let's just say I have a lot to say about dungarees in this pack, and it's not a good thing. And we have this kind of woven shorts. These look super comfy. These kind of look like loungewear to me, but they look so cozy. The cursed item of this pack. Every pack has to have a cursed item, I feel like, and I feel like this is the eco lifestyle one. This has been getting so much hate on Twitter, but it was a thing. It was a fashion statement in the 90s. Not only is it double denim, but you wear double denim on only the bottom half of your body. That was most definitely a thing in the 90s. I like these, but I kind of wish that these were in accessories. They look more like leggings to me rather than stuff that you would go out and leave the house in without anything over them. And then we just have some cozy tracksuits. I actually saw a tweet the other day that said that all male Sims in trailers wear tracksuits, and it's so true. They put them in like the most slouchy clothing. We have some shorts, which actually are a really nice cut. They go up at the thigh, which usually we see kind of a straight cut, and these are a good length, you know? They are a solid length of short. They're not too short, they're not mum type camper type, not even mum jeans, because mum shorts are cool, but they're not like mid thigh, which I would not wear. Then we have this long skirt. I don't know how much use I'll get out of a lot of these bottoms. I feel like the tops definitely have more usable swatches and items than the bottoms do. I feel like the bottoms are more linked to this pack, whereas the tops, you could pretty much get away with using a lot of them on other Sims. I love these jeans. They are definitely a statement piece. I would never wear these in real life, and they've definitely been like patched up, but they just look cool. These are the type of shorts that I was talking about. These ones are kind of an awkward length. I'm not the biggest fan of them, and I would have loved to see, I think we need to start playing around with shapes a bit more. I would have loved to see a short that was like more of a romper style with like more of a relaxed crotch. I feel like the Sims team are getting very comfortable with the cuts of fashion, and we need to start playing around more with how they look on the Sims and the shapes that they use. I know Toddlers have some really cute like romper puffy shorts, and I think having that for like adult females would look cute. And then onto the full body outfits, really cute dress. Then we have this little denim play suit with big pockets, you know, always handy. Very unrealistic for female clothing, but very handy. I love this dress. I think this dress is so cute. It's relaxed, it's got such a nice fit. There is a little bit of clipping between the hand and the skirt. This long dress, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is one of my favorite Creator Sim assets I think we may have ever received in the game, which is big. Usually I'm not a fan of like a mermaid tail, but I just love that. This definitely reminds me of something that we got in Discover University, except it comes with poofy sleeves. Also looks like it should have been in Realm of Magic. I feel like we got a garment like this in Realm of Magic as well. I love it though. I always love pinafores. And then I love clothes like this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, look at the length of that shirt. I really like things that play around with shapes and lengths that we don't have in the game. And I always use a city living outfit that kind of resembles this, that has a long type of shirt with pants underneath. It's beautiful. And then just a bracelet, which is kind of standard. We have these cloggy type slip-on shoes, which I love those. They're really nice, wooden, reclaimed, really nice to see. These trainers I have a gripe with because they make your Sims feet look really long. I was looking at her, I was like, why does she have such long feet? But then I put other shoes on her and her feet were tiny. So those trainers, I just don't know if they're not made well, but they make your feet look really long. Just some plain sandals, kind of like the ones we got in Island Living, wicker sandals, and some boots, which we have a lot of boots, so I don't really have a lot to say about those. The boys, the poor little masculine Sims. I think we were all expecting it. Let's just say I spent 17 minutes on the female fashion, I spent 5 minutes on the men. We have the same 3 hairs that are applicable to women. We have this really nice beard, okay? I'm gonna give a special shout out to this beard. Nice length and also lovely texture. It seems a bit more wiry. We don't really have many wiry beards. I do skip through a lot of this because a lot of it is the same as the females, so there's not really much point me talking about it when I've pretty much shown it off for the girls. I love these dungarees, but we'll get into that. Trust me, I have a rant about dungarees coming. We have this, I don't know what material this is again, reflective plastic. It's not plastic, Molly, but it looks like plastic. I don't know if, I think this jacket is male. This jacket also didn't sit well with me. I mean, I'm not saying men can't wear cropped things, like feel free, but also I just don't like the way it looks. It looks very boxy on male Sims. Love this jumper. Again, I can't remember if the females have this exact one. I can't remember the neck on the girls. I feel like it was a turtleneck, so maybe a little bit different, but just a cozy, comfy jumper. Then this blazer with little elbow patches. I'm so glad that this blazer comes in a bright yellow and elbow patches. Now again, I don't want to say that this jacket may have been tagged wrong, because the females definitely had this jacket, and just the scoop neck on this looks a little bit too much, but I don't know if it was intended for guys. I love this bomber jacket. This is something I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see like an oversized denim jacket that also had like a custom print on the back, because I know a lot of people renew denim by like painting really cool designs on it. I think this shirt is gorgeous under this bomber jacket. That's probably one of the best for the males. I also love this jacket as well. It's more of like a windbreaker style, and some of the colors on it are really cool. Looks kind of modern, but also just, yeah, really, really nice style. We don't have a lot of those jackets for the men, I feel like. Then for the bottoms, we get 13 bottoms, so not bad. The women got 15, the men get 13. We only had 7 tops for the men, whereas females got 20, so I'll leave that with you guys. I'm not mad about the bottoms for the men either. I feel like the men actually got better bottoms than the women. Some of them are the same. I know these with like the draw cord on, these are the same pants that females have. We also have a fair few long relaxed shorts. I feel like the men have quite nice relaxed clothing, and I wish that's what I'm hoping for the females. I hope that the team starts to make more relaxed clothing for the females, because I feel like that's something we're missing right now for female creator sim. Like relaxed crotches. I know saying crotches might make you uncomfortable, but just that general area, I feel like the men have more slouchy options, whereas the girls don't. They don't have a lot of relaxed fits. These are really cool. I love kind of the tie-dye, the bleached jeans. You don't see those very often in The Sims. I don't know if we've ever had bleached jeans. The turn-ups are a bit too much, let's be real. I'm never gonna use these. I don't even know if they're meant to be jeans or what. I feel like some people are gonna call these jeans also cursed objects, but again, big 90s vibe. Press studs on the side of pants. Big 90s Spice Girl vibes from those ones, and I actually really like them. It's something different for your guys. These are just some plain shorts, and then they get the same kind of upcycled jeans that the girlies got as well. That was a bit patched up. These are also the same as the girls. I'm just not a big fan of the white stitching on these. I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. And then the drop down dungarees for the guys. I mean, you put them in red, he looks like a firefighter. Remember, firefighters come in with base game. This is my favorite asset, hands down. For the girls, for the boys, it's not actually available for the girls. I tried it, the crotch was weird, but I love these dungarees. Then we got these shoes, which kind of really look like Yeezys. Are Yeezys like recyclable? Like, are they good for the environment? Are they made of recycled materials? Because those shoes give me massive Yeezy vibes. Then they get the same trainers, the same boots as the girls, and also the same sandals. So those Yeezy ones are the only ones that are different. Then they get access to the same bracelet as the female, and then they also get 3 styled outfits, which one of them, you guessed it, looks super slouchy. I do like it though. I love the neck on that jumper. I think that's a cut that's very different for the guys, and I love this one as well. Street workwear. Big fan of both of the dungarees that come with them. But guess what? There's no dungarees for children. There are for toddlers, but not the style that I wanted. So for the kiddos, let's have a rundown of what we get for the girls. We get 4 hairs. They are continuing the theme of allowing adult hairs onto the kids. So 4 of these, all seen in the adults. We get 2 hats, 5 tops, 2 bottoms, and 3 full body outfits. This hat is so cute with its little ear flaps. I do love this. It also looks like it has some embroidered flowers on some of the colour swatches, and then that kind of pixelated camouflage, which is on quite a few items in this pack. And then obviously they get their own specific paper bags that physically look like the kids have drawn them. There's like a shocked Pikachu one and a vomiting rainbows, and then this big leaf boy. How could you not love that? I'm sorry, I'm getting too excited over the paper bags, but it's really cute when you see a kid walking around with those on and they look like they've designed them themselves. So no accessories for the kiddos. You get this gilet, aka quilted body warmer for them. Looks like they're kind of growing out of it actually, which is a nice design. I don't know if that was intended. This, which is my favorite for the kids, I just think this is so simple, and how did we not have this top already in the game? I now want this for my adult Sims. Please, Sims team, can we get this for both male and female adults? Thank you very much. Then we got this jumper, which is really nice. Again, a lot of the earthy tones come through and a lot of lighter colours. I feel like a lot of build and buy mode in this pack are really light colours, and it makes sense. Then this linen flowy top, more of that hippie gardener vibe I get from that one. And this one, which was really nice, this little short sleeved kind of shirt over this, also a bit of a warmer material. I love this. This and the roll neck, my faves for the kids. We get a little skirt for the girls, which is this corduroy one. You cannot go wrong with corduroy, in my opinion. I love the way that it's being used more in The Sims 4. I'm a sucker for corduroy, and I love the colours that come with it. And then kind of these little tracksuit bottoms that have a couple of little patterns, which kind of all tie in with each other. I feel like the adults have stuff that ties in with that. Maybe it's a political movement. This dress is so cute. There's a little patched one, and then also embroidered flowers on some of the swatches. I love the patch one. It looks like patchwork that mum and dad have put together for them. This little crochet number, which, who designed this? Where did this come from? I don't think I've seen one piece of crochet this whole pack, and then she just whips this out, and this little roll neck with pinafore dress, which is just the cutest. I love this as well. I think it's adorable. I love all the swatches. I love the striped jumper underneath it. This reminds me of my nieces, so it holds a cute little place in my heart. What I would have loved to see though is dungarees for the kids. I'm not going to go over the boys because they're exactly the same, but I would have loved relaxed dungas. There's this perfect pair of dungarees that the toddlers have from Toddler Stuff, and I'm gonna put a picture up of it because I want kids to have dungarees like that with a really big crotch, really loose, so they can just throw them on, go climb trees, even though you can't climb trees in The Sims, go play out with your friends, feel free to get them dirty. And I feel like it would have fit in really well with this pack. We have these jeans which have a big patch on the front of the knees, comes in a couple different colors, very straight leg, and then the same tracksuit. So yeah, I feel like slouchy dungarees should have happened in this pack for both the adults. I love the male version, but I would have also loved to see a female version. There's just something about slouchy dungarees that I would have loved to see. And then the little girls actually get a styled outfit, which I don't think the boys do. And then of course there's Yoda. Because we all want to look like Yoda in eco living. No, that didn't come with it. The kids actually got access to 2 of the new traits as well, which again, I talked about in my gameplay video, but I'm going to throw it in this because it's not very often that kids get access to new traits. So they can be a green fiend, and they can also be a recycle disciple. So that is a nice little pointer for Create a Sim, that kids now get access to those 2 new traits. Toddlers, let's start off with the girls again. So no new hairs, but they do get, again, a little paper bag that they've customized to make it look like a toddler has drawn it. So not quite as good. Actually, maybe better than the kids' drawings. I just love the kind of personality that comes through on those objects. And I know the Sims team had fun with them. And then this adorable little smock top, which is super duper cute. Little Peter Pan neck. Denim, reclaimed, patched up. I would have loved to see one with a little duck on it. I think that's because I had one of these tops that used to have like a bright yellow duck in the corner of it. I would have loved to see one like that. I don't know why that just entered my head. And then this little duffel coat, which kind of looks like something we probably got in Seasons. I can't really recall if Toddlers already have a jacket like that, but it feels like something I've seen for the Toddlers before. These little tracksuit bottoms that have little plum bobs on the kneecaps, and then these, which I thought were a bit strange. I can't tell if they're like shorts over something or if they've stitched that material into the shorts. I can't tell. This little, again, pinafore with little embroidered flowers on. This is really cute, and some leggings underneath. So little woolen leggings. They're not an accessory. I thought they were. I was trying to take them off, but they come with the outfit. Some really cute colours on this one. I love a good chunky button on the toddler wear, and this one's really cute. And then some little denim dungarees that has the rainbow pattern on. We've seen that rainbow pattern on the jumper for female adults, and now toddlers also have it on their little dungas. These are just super cute, very simple, and just look like something that you can just chuck on your toddler and have them run away in the community gardens. And then for the boys, they again get the little bag, the duffel coat, the two trousers, same as the girls, and then the little dungarees. So nothing really unique for the toddler boys. So there we have it. That pretty much covers Create a Sim for Eco Lifestyle. I'm gonna give a quick rundown of how I'm feeling about it. I do think a lot of these things are quite versatile outside of the pack. However, having said that, I do wish that some of the swatches had more like dirty versions, like maybe like roughed up a bit, like had dirt patches and dust collected on them. I feel like that could have just been quite cool. I know a lot of the stuff does seem quite distressed, like there's rips and patches and things, but also this pack is kind of about getting down and dirty, and I feel like the Sims who would wear this type of stuff wouldn't mind getting down and dirty, like in community gardens or recycling things, dumpster diving for goodness sake. So I do feel like that was kind of missed, and they didn't even have to be their own separate items. Like they could have easily added swatches with just a couple of dirt patches on, I feel like, and maybe even like makeup with like dirt patches on. There wasn't actually any makeup in this pack, which is why I didn't cover it, because there was nothing to talk about, so that's why I didn't even click it. Also, those dungarees, I know I'm hung up on them, but I just would have loved to see some looser fitting clothes. And like I said, I'm getting bored with the cozy stuff. I know we're going to get a lot in knitting as well. I feel like after university and this and Seasons, like it just needs to be put away for a bit, and we need to get some different types of clothes in here. I've been saying this for a while, but I would really love to see like better asymmetric cuts that aren't really in the game, and also like non-gendered clothing. I feel like that's a big thing right now, and we don't really have a lot of it in The Sims. Kind of like stuff, like I said, baggy crotches, and we got a lot of that in City Living, and then they've never really revisited it. I would love to see that be in a pack that suits it. I think this pack could have suited it, but unfortunately it wasn't the case. It wasn't meant to be. But let me know how you guys feel about Create a Sim. What were your favorite pieces? What were you maybe a little bit disappointed by in this Create a Sim? Do you feel like Sims are going to be able to wear it outside of the world? I definitely feel like there's a fair few pieces that you can get away with not wearing in Evergreen Harbor, which is really important in Create a Sim for expansions. But yeah, let me know, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you would like to see any other videos about eco lifestyle, let me know down in the comments. I would try and get as many up as possible from the footage I got. If you would like a Q&A or something like that, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye guys!